Fine, good morning to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine and you all are doing well. So I hope by God's grace you all are safe. So students, all of you pray to God daily for your health, your studies, your food, your environment, your neighbors, etc. etc. Okay students. So warm greetings to you all students. So welcome to our today's online class. So now we are studying about chapter 5, isn't it? So what's the title of your chapter students? Python variables and operators, isn't it? So in this chapter, so I have explained last class and also the before class. So I have explained how you need to open the, by this chapter onwards only you are studying your software. Which software you are studying this year students? Python. Otherwise which language you are studying? Python, isn't it? How if you are installed computer in Python inside the computer means how you need to open. So what are things you need to do in a practical that I have explained in the before the two class videos. Okay. So last class I have explained one very important 5 mark question. How many times again and again I am saying very most expected important question, tokens. Okay, so what are the tokens? What are the things I have taught at the last class? So before I am going to take the today's portion, just recall what are things I have taught at the last class. Okay, so in the tokens, what are the headings you have studied, students? Just recall: literals, keywords, operators, delimiters, isn't it? Okay, so you have studied what do you mean by tokens, what do you mean by literals, what do you mean by keywords, and what do you mean by identifiers, isn't it? So I asked you to study these three topics in the last class. That means last Thursday's class. What are things you have studied? Tokens, identifiers, keywords, and literals. Have you all studied, students? So please students, again and again I am telling, don't waste time. You should study thorough. Okay. So today you are going to study about operators. So these operators will also come under the heading what? Tokens. Listen carefully students. One important thing. So a book back question they have asked, define token. Okay. So define tokens means. Okay. Define token means you should explain what do you mean by all the headings, identifiers, keywords, then operators, delimiters, etc. Isn't it? But operators itself, there are 4 types is there. At the same question you have studied in last year 11th also. Those are studied thorough. This question is very easy for them. Okay. So what are the, for example, 4 types is there. Arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment. So if they ask the token question means no need to explain because each and every heading they have given one example program, everything. So the token question if they ask means no need to explain any programs inside the operators. But mostly they will ask, how they will ask, no. Define operators and explain the types. So this is not a book back question. So many students they will think this question will not be there. Okay, but inside the token only the operator question is there. So if they have asked the 5 mark question as an operator mean, you should start from here. No need to explain what you mean by token, identifier, etc. etc. Only you should start from operator. But if they have asked from token means you should explain all the heading. But operator means only operator inside the 4 types. Operator 4 types you need to write example, program, everything. Understood students? Okay. So now we can enter into our topic. So what do you mean by operators? What do you mean by operators, students? Operators is nothing but it's a symbol. Okay. For example, plus, minus, subtraction, into, division. This and all commonly you know, is it? This and all symbols. What's the use of symbols? Mainly used to do calculations. Calculations is nothing but computations. That same word only. Instead of calculations only, they have given the word called computations. Conditional matching. So conditional matching is nothing but that it will check condition is true or false. That is called conditional matching. Okay. So what do you mean by this operator? It's a one kind of, it's a symbol. Okay. So what's the use of symbol? Mainly used to calculate, or it will use to compare or conditional matching. Okay. So for example, what's the use of plus? Used to do add. And what's the use of minus? Used to perform subtraction, isn't it? So the value you are using, that is called operand. For example, you are a plus b. Okay, a plus b. So a plus b means among that Which one is operator, students? Plus is the operator. Okay. Then A and B. Okay. A and B we are calling as an what? Operands. Understood? A plus B means, so that plus is an operator. A and B we are calling as an what? The value. What's the value? The value always you are giving in a variable, isn't it? Variable or the value you are using is called what? Operands. Understood? Okay. So, in this operator, there are 4 types are there. Okay. How many types of operators are there? 4 types. What are they means? Arithmetic operators, relational operators. What's the other name of relational? Comparative. Okay. Arithmetic operators, relational or comparative operators, logical operators, or assignment operator. Okay. So, again they are telling what do you mean by operands. What do you mean by operands? What do you mean by operands? The value or the variable. For example, A plus B. So, the A and B we are called as operands. Or in the place of A and B, you are giving 5 plus 6. So, 5 and 6 you are calling as an operands. Understood? So, for example, if they ask for 2 mark question. So, if they ask for 2 mark question mean, you should write only this definition of operator and this types alone. No need to explain detail. Understood? Okay. So next you are going to study about each and every operator in detail. So what's the first operator, students? Arithmetic operator. Okay. So what do you mean by arithmetic? So last year itself you have studied arithmetic means always it will do a arithmetic calculations. What do you mean by arithmetic calculations? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. This and all commonly arithmetic calculations. Okay. So this operator is mainly used to do which calculation? Arithmetic calculation. Okay. Always this will require 2 operands. For example, you are going to add some number. Whether with a one thing, for example, 5 plus 6. Always you should need 2 numbers, isn't it? At the same time, if you are going to subtract 5 minus 4. That's the thing. So, always you should require how many operands? 2 operands. Okay. So, along with the operands, you are using the operator to perform calculation. Okay. So, using these operators with these operands, each and everything will have different meaning. Listen carefully. So, for this 5 mark question, you should write this one, tabular column. Okay. So, this one, this result as per your wish. It means write, otherwise leave it. Okay. So, what are the commonly arithmetic operators I said? Plus, minus, then into, that is my into, division, etc. Okay. So, here listen carefully. What are the arithmetic operation mean? First one is plus. So, what's the meaning of plus? Addition. What's the meaning of minus? Subtraction. So, instead of using that into symbol, we are using the star symbol. Okay. So, what's the meaning of star? Multiplication. Then, this is division. This symbol is for what? Division. Then, to find percentage. Okay. That one we are calling as a modulus. Okay. What's the name of this symbol? Modulus. Okay. Then, power. Okay. Power you are using 2 stars. Okay. So, to calculate power, you are using which symbol? 2 stars. What's the name of that one? Means exponent. Okay. What's the name of that one? Exponent. Then next one is the 2 slash is there. That is floor division. Okay. So, floor division is nothing but always it will calculate and it will give the quotient as a answer. Understood what is a floor division? Always it will give the quotient as a answer. Now, see this example. So, these are the name of the symbol. Same way for 5 mark question, you should make a tabular column and you should write. So, listen, in this they have given example. Assume they are giving 2 values. A equal to 100 and B equal to 10. So, what as per your wish, you can give whatever values you need. Okay, for a easy calculation, they have given A equal to 100 and B equal to 10. So, listen, A plus B. So, what's the value of A plus B? 100 plus 10. So, what answer you will get? 110. Then, A minus B. So, what's the answer? 100 minus 10, you will get 90. Then, A star B, that is 100 into 10. So, what's the meaning of star? Multiplication. So, 100 into 10 answer you will get is 1000. Then, A slash B, that is divide. 100 divided by 10. What answer? 10.0. Then, A percentage 30. Listen, A percentage 30. So, what's the value of A? What's the value of A? 100. So, 100 divided by 30. So, listen. So, once you are calculating the modulus, always it will represent the above what value you have. That means 100 divided by 30. Cancel this one. 0 and 0, what answer you will get? 10. Okay, that's a percent, 10. Then exponent. Exponent means power. So a power. What's the value of a? 100. A square. This meaning is a square. 100 into 100, the value you will get is 10,000. Listen, then floor division. Okay, so what's a floor division by 30? What's the value of a? 100 divided by 30. Okay, so once you are dividing, what's the remainder you will get? What's the remainder you will get? 100 divided by 30. 30 into 3, 90. So what's the remainder? Sorry, what's the quotient you will get? 3. So always it will give the answer. Quotient is the answer. Understood, students? Understood? So for 5 mark question, token question, if they ask means you can write this. No need to write the example program. But if they ask for the operators question 5 mark means you should write the example also. Same thing only, you are going to write the example program. Okay, so you are going to write one demo program for which one? Arithmetic operators. Okay, same thing only. Okay, you are giving the value a equal to 100. Next we are giving b equal to 10. So what are the things you need to get the output? In which statement you need to give? Print statement. So I am giving print. So whatever you need to get the output, always you should give inside which statement? Print statement. So inside the print statement you should give in the double quotes. Okay, first I am giving the sum, the difference. So all the things you should give double quotes. The product, the quotient, the remainder, the exponent, the floor division. Okay, so here I have entered. See, so here I have started the double quotes and here I have entered. Okay, then now only I am going to do the calculation. So I am going to do the calculation. So this is a statement, just whatever you need to display in the output, isn't it? So you need to give the store statement is ended. So you should close the double quotes. Now only you are going to calculate. So to calculate, so you should end the double quotes and you should put the comma mark at the next. Okay, so put the comma mark. So what's the sum means? A plus b. Then subtraction, the difference equal to what's value? A minus b. Then multiplication, a star b. Same thing, okay. Then division means a quotient b. Sorry, a divided b. Then modulus a modulus b. Then a square. Understood? Same thing. Then, so you have written the program. Now you are running the program. See the output. So what are things you are given inside the print statement? You will get as a output. See the sum, the difference, the product, the quotient, the remainder, the exponent, the floor division. So a plus b. What is the answer? 100 plus 10, 110. 100 minus 10, 90. Okay. Same. Already I explained. No? Same thing you will get as output. Understood about arithmetic operator, students? Okay. So next thing is relational or comparative. Okay. Name itself having comparative or relational. So now you are going to comparing or relating two things. Okay. So relational operator is otherwise called, what's the name is? Comparative operator. Important 1 mark question. So what's the other name of relational operator, students? Comparative operator. So what's the main use of this related operator means, listen. So it will check the relation between two operands. Otherwise it will compare the relation between two operands. But what are the two conditions you have studied in the last year? Either it will be true or false. Okay. So if the condition is true means what answer you will get? True. If the condition is false means what answer you will get? False. Okay. So what are the commonly used relational operator means? Listen. Listen. So what are the commonly used relational operator means? This one very very important. Double equal to. What's the first thing? Double equal to. So what's the name of double equal to means? Is equal. What's the name? Double equal to means is equal. Next one. Greater than. This kind of max you have studied, no? Less than, then greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or not equal to. Okay. So how it will check means, so first it will see here also giving the value a equal to 100 and b equal to 50. So first one is a double equal to b. So what's the meaning double equal to? But the two values are same. But the two values are same. 100 and 35? No. So what answer you will get? False. So answer is always true or false. Next one. A greater than b. Whether A is greater than B? Yes, 100 greater than 35. Condition is true. So what answer you will get? True. Then A less than. What's the use of less than? A less than B. Whether it is false? 100 less than 35? No. Condition is false. So answer is false. Likewise, greater than or equal to B. A is greater than or equal to B? Yes, true. Less than or equal to B? False. A not equal to B. What's the meaning of not equal to? Both the values are not equal. Yes, condition is true. Understood? So each heading you should explain all the symbols with the tabular column. Okay, so next you are same thing you are going to write in a program. Okay, same. So here listen, I am giving. So there I have given the value. Same way also you can give. Here also you can give a equal to 35, b equal to 100. That also, that way also you can give. That's not wrong. But instead of that, here they are asking the user to enter the value. In that program, listen carefully. You itself giving the value in the program a equal to 100, b equal to 10. But in this program, you are asking the user to enter the value. Understood the difference between this program and that one? Okay. First, you are giving the variable a and b. Okay. So, whatever things you need to get the input from the users means inside which function you need to write? Input of function. Okay. So, you are going to enter the numbers. So, number is of data type which one? Integer. So, I am giving the data type as int as the output outside. So, int of input, or in which function I am giving? Input. So, first I am going to enter the value of a. So, listen carefully. Next I am going to open the open bracket. Okay. So, next again I am going to entering the value of a. So, you should open with double quotes and ends with double quotes. So, this bracket, here I have opened the bracket, here you have entered the bracket. Same thing. So, input of function, here you have opened, here you have entered. Same way, b equal to input, enter value of b. Okay, so now the user is going to enter the value. Next, listen carefully. So, the value you are entering in which one? Capital letter A. Here the value of b you are entering in which one? Capital letter B. So, next you are going to assign the value. Capital letter A equal to which one? Small letter A. Then capital letter B is assigned to the value which one? Small letter B. Okay, capital letter A equal to small letter A and capital letter B equal to small letter B. Understood? Okay, so inside they have given print capital letter A equal to small letter A, capital letter B equal to small letter B. Understood? Okay, so because whatever you are assigning, you should give inside which one? Double quotes. Next, you are going to print what are the operators you have studied? Relational comparative double equal, that is equal to or less than, greater than, not equal to, greater than or equal to. So what's the, see, listen, they are giving, instead of they are giving the words, they are giving only they a double equal to b, then a less than b, a greater than b. So why they have given the same thing means this is the statements, whatever the things you are giving inside print, that it will print as the output. But next thing, the value you are going to calculate, no, the symbols with that one you are giving here. So that one, before that you should enclose with double quotes, then after the comma only you are going to write the calculations. Okay, so now you are going to run the program. So what's the output? First output you will get, enter the value of a. So the user has entered the value 35. Next one, enter the value of B. So user has entered the value 56. Next line, see the next line, a equal to a. So what value have entered? 35. So the value of a is 35. So b equal to b, that's a small letter b. So what's the value of b now? 56. Okay, understood? Understood the third line? Okay, the next one, see the a double equal to the a less than or b, the a greater than. Okay, so next it will check the condition whether it is true or false. So a double equal to b, whether it is true, 35 is double equal to 56, no, condition is false. Then a less than b, 35 is less than 56, a greater than b, whether 35 is less than greater than 56, no, condition is false. Next, a less than b, 35 is less than 56, yes, true. Likewise, it will check all the condition and you will get the answer as a true or false. Understood, student? Okay, so up to this enough, I think it's so, because daily I am taking small portions. You have today I have taken that operator topics, two things. What are they? Arithmetic operators and relational comparative operators. Very important questions again and again I am telling. So please students, after completion of this session, you should study and write. You should keep one separate notebook for your computer. So already I am telling, for each class I am telling the same thing. So today's homework is, you should study and write operator. What do you mean by operators? Then arithmetic operator, that definition, the tabular column symbols and the program. Same way, relational operators also heading definition, symbols and the programs. Understood, students? Don't forget, very important questions. So you should study thorough. Please understand the program and study. Don't mug up in. So please attend the Zoom class regularly. Okay. So if you have any doubt means, please ask me in the Zoom class. There I will explain. Okay, students. So please study and write all the things. But please understand and study. That only I am going to tell again and again. So take care, students. So take care well. Thank you, students. Thank you.